Hi, today we will learn Dutch or Netherlands about when we visit someone's house. Let's start it. Welcome. Welcome is welcome. And then we will say dank u wel. Thank you. This u is for someone you just met the first time or for someone you respect. We say thank you with dank u wel. But if you already know that person, you may say it with dank je wel. This is u, this is you. Dank je wel. Thank you. And then kom binnen. Kom binnen. Come inside. Come on inside is kom binnen. And let's say the house is big, or you have to say this way or that way. This way please. We can say it with deze kant op. Deze kant op. This is this. Kant is way or side. Way. This way. And we have to say the op. It's requirement. We have to say it like this. Deze kant op. You cannot just say it with deze kant. You have to say the op. And if you want to be polite, by saying please, we say it with alstublieft, please, or alsjeblieft. The u and je are the same with this one. For someone you just met or the first time or someone you respect, you say it with alstublieft. But for someone you already know, I don't say that you don't respect, but someone that you already know for a while. Or for this one is for Mr. President or your professor. Sometimes we say it with u. If you already know, or your friends or your family, you say it with alsjeblieft. And this is the way when someone have to write please in short is a.u.b. But when you have to say it, you don't say it with AUB or AUB. No, you say it with alstublieft or alsjeblieft. This is just because I find this everywhere. So it's from alstublieft or alsjeblieft. Well, from alstublieft because it's you. And polite, really respect. Ga zitten. Please have a seat. We say it with ga zitten. Go sit. But it's translated as please have a seat or have a seat. And I'm from Indonesia. We are famous of taking off our shoes when we visit someone's house. Of course, in the Netherlands, you don't have to. But if I visit Indonesians in the Netherlands, sometimes I feel I have to take off my shoes. And if the Indonesian talk in Dutch about you don't have to take off your shoes, you can leave your shoes on, you can have your shoes on. He or she will say it with this sentence. Je mag je schoenen aanhouden. Je mag je schoenen aanhouden. You may your shoes on keep. You may keep your shoes on. Je mag je schoenen aanhouden. This is for Asian or Indonesian, I think. For Dutch people, of course, you don't have to take off your shoes. And this one, do you want something to drink? Willen jullie? Will you guys eat something? Drinken, drink? Or wilt u? Will you? But for someone you just met, or it's the first time, or someone you respect, like the king, president, your professor, you may call him or her with u. It's drinken. This, if the you is more than one person, so you say it with you guys. And this, if the person is one person, the you is only one person, you say it with will jij or will you. These all the will for each kind of person. And we can see here with u, wilt u, but with jij or you, will. There's no t here. Even though the positive sentence use t, but when you have to change it into question, the t is disappear. We already learned about this in the previous video a long time ago. And now, coffee, thee, tea, thee met suiker, tea with sugar, water, or sparkling water is water met prik. Met is with, suiker is sugar, prik is stab, is holes when you stab. So because it's the stab, so when you have sparkling water, you feel like your throat being stabbed by the bubble, by the sparkles. So that's why it's water met prik, the stab, because you feel like you're being stabbed with the bubbles. If you want to have only tap water, you say it with alleen water. Or if you want to say coffee sounds good or tea sounds good, you can say it with lekker. Lekker is yummy, nami, yum. You say it like sounds good. Lekker coffee or lekker thee. Or you can just say it with kopje coffee. Kop is cup. If you put the u, it means the cup is small. Kopje coffee, one small cup of coffee. Or kopje thee, one small cup of tea. Or You can also say it like this. Gewoon thee. Gewoon, only, tea. And then, geen suiker. No sugar. These are two sentences. So you say it with the only tea first. And then you say the no sugar. Gewoon thee. Geen suiker. Only tea without sugar. Or if you want to say it in one sentence, you say it with gewoon thee zonder suiker. Gewoon thee zonder suiker. Sometimes I don't say the Z in really bold. I have to say it as Z. You should say it gewoon thee zonder suiker. Sometimes I say zonder. Yeah, it should be zonder. Zonder, without. If you answer with this or this, of course you will be asked met suiker, because you don't say it complete like this. You will ask this. If you say it complete like this, of course you will not be asked this one. Met suiker, with sugar. And then you will be asked, hoeveel suiker? How much sugar? Who is how? Veel is a lot of, many, much. Okay. 2 klontjes. Cube is klontje. Cubes is klontjes. Because this is 2 more than 1, so you say it with klontjes. And then alsjeblieft, please, or alsjeblieft, please. I just write this like this because it's shorter. And if you want to say spoon, is lepel. Spoons, lepels. Teaspoon, theelepel. If more than 1, theelepels. Eat spoon, eetlepel, or 8 lepels. But we don't say this one because you're not sure if they give you the spoon, they will give you the sugar, so you can put it inside, because sometimes the spoon can be the really full one, or you want to have straight one, so you're not sure with the spoon. But if with cube, the measurement is really correct, exact. So sometimes with klontje or klontjes, the person will put it, but with lepel, they will just give you the sugar, and they give you the, of course, the teaspoon, theelepel. So you do it by yourself. And then when the person give you tea or coffee or any kind of drink, that person will say please with alsjeblieft or alsjeblieft. Sometimes you will be asked, meer koffie? Do you want another cup of coffee? Do you want some more? Meer koffie or meer thee? More coffee or more tea? The answers, yeah, zeker. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Genoeg, genoeg, enough. You don't want another cup of tea or others. Or nee, dankjewel. No, thank you. But if you're not being offered to have another tea or coffee or water, you can ask with mag ik nog een kopje koffie or thee? May I another or more? One small cup of coffee or tea. Mag ik nog een kopje koffie? More or another? Or thee? Or mag ik nog een glas water? May I another or more? A glass of water. And then you have to go to the toilet. We say it with ik moet naar het toilet. I must to the toilet. Or the wc. Ik moet naar de wc. With toilet, you use het. With wc, you use the. That's the rule. So it's the same room, but with wc, you say it with the for the. But with toilet, you say it with het for the. Where is het toilet? Where is the toilet? Toilet. Or where is the wc? Where is the toilet? And then you want to go home, you will say it with okay, het is laat. It is late. It's getting late or it is late. Het is laat. Or ik ga zo naar huis. Het is al laat. I go. Zo is soon. ASAP or soon. To house. It is already late. Ik ga zo naar huis. Het is al laat. Het was gezellig. Gezellig. It was fun. It was comfortable. It was fun. It was nice. Hartelijk bedankt. Thank you very much from my heart. Thank you very much. Thank you from my heart, from the heart. Thank you very much. Heart. Hartelijk bedankt. And then this I put it here. I just want to say that in the Netherlands, when someone say you are welcome or no problem, when someone said thank you, and then you will say no problem or you're welcome. Sometimes you will hear this, geen probleem, no problem, is to say you're welcome or no problem. Geen probleem, no problem. And back here, rijd voorzichtig. Rijd, drive. Voorzichtig, carefully. Be careful, carefully. Have a safe trip. Rijd voorzichtig, voorzichtig. And then, tot ziens. See you later. Tot zo. Zo is soon. So when you say tot ziens, see you later, but you don't know when, but just see you later. But tot zo, you are sure that you will meet that person soon. Maybe tomorrow or next week. You kind of know that it's soon. Tot zo. Tot volgende keer. Tot volgende keer. Next time. See you next time. Same with this. This one, tomorrow or maybe hours later, 2 hours later. Can be tomorrow, can be next week, next month, because soon. And then, dag, bye, dag. Or, for someone you kind of know already, or it's possible you already, you have several sentences, you have chat for a while, even 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There's possibility that person will say it with doei instead of dag. This is more formal. This is a bit casual, a bit friendly, a bit informal. Yeah, because I have experience. We have talked about 5 minutes or so, and that person say doei instead of dag. So I was, okay. Doei is more friendly, it's less formal. This is the formal one. Dag. Yeah. Thank you. Hi, today we will learn Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia about sentences that you will hear or you might want to try when you visit someone's house in Indonesia, or maybe also possibility Indonesian people's house abroad. If you want to talk with Bahasa Indonesia, let's start it. In Indonesia, we rarely say welcome or selamat datang to our guests if they come to our house. If they come to conference or meeting, informal occasion, like in the building or so, of course we will say selamat datang or welcome. But if you visit someone's house, you will rarely being greeted by selamat datang or welcome. It's a bit awkward when you have to say selamat datang, especially to your friends or family. But there's possibility if it's your senior or guest that it was the first time, or the boss, you might, or foreigner, you might being greeted selamat datang. But for friends or someone we already know or family, we skip it. So the first will be, of course, hi, and then silakan masuk. Silakan is please. Masuk is enter. Come on in. Come on in is silakan masuk. This is please, this is enter. There's possibility you will find this word, silahkan. The correct way in KBBI or Kamus Besar Bahasa Indonesia, Great Dictionary of Indonesian Language, correct way you put it like this, without the H in between. Even though some people say it as silahkan, sometimes I will say silahkan, sometimes I will say silakan. I don't know which part of my brain tell me to say, but the correct way to write it should be this way. Yeah? There's no H when you have to write it. But sometimes pronouncing, we use the H. Silahkan. Right should be silakan. And then we say, terima kasih. Thank you. The owner of the house will say, silakan duduk. Again, silakan is please. Duduk, sit. It means have a seat. It's common in Indonesia if the owner of the house haven't or hasn't told you to sit, you have to stand. You have to stand. You better not sit, because if you sit before it's being permitted to sit by the owner of the house, it will consider that you are rude or not polite. So you have to stand. Sometimes we chat, and then the owner forgot to say, have a seat, and then he or she realized that, all the guests are still standing. So, sorry, I forgot to give you permission to sit, to have a seat. Like that. Please have a seat. Sorry, please have a seat. Yeah. So it's common. Yeah. Even though in other country it's not required for the owner to say, please have a seat. You just come inside and then you just sit right away. But in Indonesia, if you're not being permitted to sit by the owner, you have to stand. You have to wait. Yeah. Until the owner say, silakan duduk. Mostly automatic, silakan duduk. And then we will say, terima kasih. Thank you. Sometimes Southeast Asian are famous with taking off your shoes or sandals or wedges when you enter someone's house, because the dirt outside is different with the dirt in Europe, or I don't know. I just think that it's a bit dirty, so you can leave mark or something. So it's better if you take off your shoes or your sandals from the outside when you enter someone else's house. I will do like that with my family's house or my friends if I visit them, because it's polite. They clean the house, and it's really hard to clean the house. To show we respect, we take off our shoes off when we enter their house, and we put it in the front of sometimes in the front of the house or inside next to the sofa or to the chairs. Sometimes you will hear this, tidak usah, no need to take off your shoes or your sandals. So we will take off our sandals or shoes, but the owner said, no need, you don't have to take off your shoes, so keep it on, or keep your shoes on. So with foreigner or guest or boss, we often say no need to take off the shoes because we really respect or so. But if let's say I come or I visit my friend's house, my friend's parents' house, or my family's house, even though they say this, I will take off my shoes or my sandals. It's for politeness and the way I respect them, because I don't want to make their house dirty. It's from the outside, because sometimes we have different shoes for outside and inside the house. Inside the house we use slippers, and sometimes there's several people slippers outside the house and inside the house also different, like for the garden and for inside of the house. Some people will have like that in hygienic and how to keep the house really clean, like that. This culture. So it's up to you, because for foreigner or for people we just met the first time or so, we just don't take it for granted. But friends or family, I prefer to do that. And lepas is loose, but in this case, take off. Sepatu, shoes. Tidak is no or not. Usah, have to. No or not, have to or has to. Take off shoes. This is formal to say no or not. The informal or casual for daily conversation, sometimes we hear gak or gak to replacing this. Tidak. Sometimes we hear dilepas instead of lepas. It has same meaning. Take off. But this one, it has prefix di. Same meaning, take off. Sandal is sandal or slipper or flip-flop. Wedges also sandal. Or sometimes we have suffix nya. We put it together, it becomes the sandal or the shoes, but we put it together because this is suffix. Translated as the shoes or the sandal. We already learned in Indonesian language from the previous video, even though you have more than one shoes, a pair of shoes, a pair of sandals, but in Indonesia we just put in singular form. We don't have to repeat. We just put it like this because we already know it should be two or a pair. If you repeat sepatu to give meaning that it's more than one, it's wrong. Just put it in singular word like this. And then let's say we already sit and the owner of the house will ask you, what would you like to drink? So this would be the sentence. Sometimes he or she will say with this word, sometimes this. Maaf is sorry. I put star here. Polite to say sorry or excuse me. Mau minum apa? Mau minum apa? Mau is want. Minum is drink. Apa is what. Want, drink, what. What would you like to drink? Excuse me or sorry. What would you like to drink? Want, drink, what. Sometimes the owner already said coffee, teh, tea, teh manis, 2 words. There's space here. Teh is tea. Manis is sweet. So we don't say it as tea with sugar, but we say it with sweet tea. Teh manis. Or mineral water or tap water is air putih. Air is water, putih is white. Even though it's transparent, but we say it as white. Putih. 2 words. This is translated as tap water, but of course in Indonesia, the tap water is not perfect for drink. Don't drink from tap water. You have to boil the water first, or some people just prefer to buy mineral water in gallon, in the bottle, gallon, because sometimes the tap water, even though you boil it, there's still some bad things there. The quantities that shouldn't be drunk. So, yeah, even though sometimes we say tap water, but of course in Indonesia it's not tap water, it's not from the tap. And you can say air putih saja, only or just mineral water or tap water. Sometimes we say the saja with aja. This is informal or casual for daily conversation because we are lazy to say the S. We say aja. It has same meaning with this. This is the formal way. Just mineral water. And we say thank you for politeness. Terima kasih. Or we can say kopi boleh. Boleh is it sounds good, or may, or prefer. We say kopi boleh. Or teh, tea, teh boleh. Tea sounds good. Tea sounds good, or may, or prefer. And then, because it's considered as not as simple with this one, because when you have to make coffee and tea, it means more effort, more requirements to do. We say this after that, because if mineral water is already there, for coffee and tea, the owner has to do extra work. So we have to say, or for politeness reason, we say this sentence. Maaf merepotkan. Sorry, merepotkan. This time we say you have to do so much effort, or the inconvenience. We consider this as inconvenience, or you have to put so much effort because you have to make coffee or tea. Or the casual or daily, we say it with maaf loh jadi ngerepotin. From this becomes this, the laziness of the tongue, maaf instead of maaf. This one, loh, is like yo or hey, like that. Jadi is a formal word, but in this sentence it becomes informal or casual because we have to use other word instead of this one. Ngerepotin is from this one. This is the informal formation. From prefix me, it becomes nge. Maybe it's easier to say nge instead of me. Suffix kan, it becomes suffix in, suffix because it's informal. easier to say in instead of kan. So instead of merepotkan, it becomes ngerepotin. You have to do so much effort. Sorry, yo, it becomes so much effort. It becomes inconvenience for you. This is the polite way because that person has to make this or this. And then we'll be asked, pakai, use, gula, sugar. Is, do you want to have sugar in your tea or coffee? But in Indonesia, we just say it with use sugar, pakai gula, or manis, sweet. And then if the answer is yes, we'll be asked, berapa sendok? Berapa can be how many, can be how much. This berapa, the meanings. Sendok, spoon. And then the answer, we can change this one. This dua is 2. Sendok, spoon. Even though it should be spoons in English, but in Indonesia, we only use spoon, even though it's 2. We already learned about this in the previous video, long time ago. 2 sendok, saja, only or just. This is the informal, aja. Or we can also say with cukup, enough. Then again we say thank you, terima kasih. In Indonesia, or if you visit Indonesian house, you cannot drink even though the tea or the water or the coffee or something in front of you on the table. You have to wait until the owner of the house say, please drink, silakan diminum, silakan please diminum, minum, drink, prefix di, diminum, we translate it as drink or drink it, but there's no it here, but we translate it as drink it or please drink. Silakan diminum. Because if we say silakan minum is not polite, even though silakan is polite, minum is also formal word, but if we say silakan minum is not formal. It's not polite. Why I say formal? So we have to say silakan diminum. We have to say the di. Silakan minum is not polite. Yeah? Or maybe I will just write it here. It's not polite. Yeah? It's like drink, like that. If you say silakan minum, drink. But if you say silakan diminum, please drink. Yeah? So we can say that this is only drink, like that. Or to be more polite, we say mari. Mari is let's go, let's, or please, or please. Silakan, please, again, diminum, drink. Yeah? So this is really formal. This is formal. This is how to say it, because this is really rude. We just say that like this. Yeah. So if the owner busy talking, and then everybody is waiting for the silakan diminum, or silahkan, because we don't write it like this, but we say it sometimes, silahkan diminum. So we are waiting, we are thirsty, but the owner keep talking, and then he or she realize, oh yeah, and then, oh sorry, silakan diminum, and then we can drink. But if the owner has not told you to drink, we will have to wait. Unless if we drink, unless we say like, sorry, may I drink this or so. But yeah, most of us will just wait until the owner say, please drink. That's the polite way. Yeah. I learned in the Netherlands, we don't have to wait until being told to drink. But in Indonesia, you have to wait. At least, if not, you will be considered as a rude person or not polite one. And then sometimes you will hear also tambah, add, or do you want more? Would you like another something? But in Indonesia, we don't say it in long sentence. We just say tambah, add, and then de something. This becomes suffix, nya, de something. Tambah gulanya. Would you like to have another sugar being added? Or tambah airnya. Only air. We don't have to say putih because we already know, everybody knows, it's the mineral water. So tambah airnya. If we say the putih, it's considered as not a good one. Tambah air putihnya is too much. So we just say tambah airnya, or tambah kopinya, or tambah tehnya. Would you like to have another tea, glass of coffee, cup of coffee? So we just say with add and then this one. And we answer with boleh, yes please, boleh, yes please. This one is may or prefer, but in this case it means yes please. Or if you want to be a little bit formal, cukup, enough, thank you. Sometimes you will see people will say, when they say cukup, with this case, do like this. It means enough, thank you, like that. This is really formal or a bit polite. This one also polite or formal, but I suggest this one than this one, because this one is like tidak usah, no need. It's a bit like that. It's a bit like, if this one is enough, thank you, this one is no need, is like that. So I suggest this one, even though this one is also formal. But if you're a boss or senior, sometimes they do tidak usah, a bit strict, a bit tidak usah, no need, terima kasih. Or with your friends or family, someone you know, you can say gak usah, terima kasih. Gak usah, not a formal, is casual for daily conversation, informal. The K can be there, can be disappear, can be gak usah, can be gak usah, to say no or not, or can be gak, or can be others later, gak, yeah. And if you're thirsty and the owner of the house hasn't asked you if you want to have another drink or not, you can say maaf, sorry, excuse me. May ask, add something. If you write it like this, yeah, because it's a question. You don't have to say I here, because by saying this, people already know that it's you, the one who wants that. Or if you put the other person, that means the other person. But if it's for yourself, you don't have to say I. You just put this one without subject. Yeah? You just say sorry, excuse me, and then may, ask, add water or sugar or coffee or tea. Yeah, you don't have to put I if it's for yourself. And then the new or the added drink will come. The owner will say, please, silakan, please. When the owner say please, and then we say thank you. Yeah. Now, yes, you will think there's lots of thank you and there's lots of sorry or excuse me, but that is how it is. Yeah. Unless with your friends or so. But even when you visit your friend's parents' house, you will keep saying thank you and excuse me or sorry. Maybe with your friend or friends, it's kind of reduced to say sorry or excuse me because it's really good friends or so. But yeah. Now, let's say you want to go to the toilet or to the restroom. This is toilet. Restroom is kamar kecil. Kamar is room. Kecil is small or little. It's not little room or small room, but it's restroom. Kamar kecil. I put star here because this is a bit polite, really formal one. If you were in your senior's house or your boss house or someone you really respect, you say it kamar kecil instead of toilet. But it's okay if you say toilet. If you want to be really formal, you say it with this. Excuse me or sorry. And you can say boleh. Same with this, may. Or this, really formal. This is also formal, but this is really formal. Izin, permit, permission. Ke, to, restroom or toilet. Maaf, boleh ke kamar kecil or toilet. Or maaf, izin ke toilet. Maaf, izin ke kamar kecil. Or you can say with this one, maaf, saya harus ke. This one same with this. With this one above, you don't have to say saya. You don't have to say I. This is may. This is permit or permission. But with this one, you have to put saya or I. Because this harus, it means need or have to. So you have to put the saya or I. So the common thing with this, you don't have to put saya or aku. It's considered as too much if you put saya or aku here. Should be put here if you want to, in front of, like this one, in front. But you don't have to, and better don't, because you don't want to say, you don't want to be hurt like too much. because this one considered like little kid want to have a balloon or want to have candy if you put the saya or I here. Like, mommy, may I have that candy? Mommy, may I have that balloon? Mommy, may I go outside? May I play outside? If you put the I here. But this one, you have to put the I. Yeah? Because you have to and you need to. Harus. Sorry, excuse me, I have to or I need to the restroom or the toilet. You don't have to say the go, you just have to or need. There's no go here. Just have to or need to restroom or toilet. And then we can ask with this one. This one a bit politer. Yeah, it's always about polite. This one also, yeah, formal. Sorry or excuse me. Restroom or toilet. Di, in or at, mana, where. We just want to say, sorry, where's the toilet? Sorry, where's the restroom? This is formal, but if you want to sound a bit formal or polite, of course you better use this one. But there's nothing wrong if you also say with this one. Sorry, restroom or toilet, in or at, where. Sorry, where's the toilet or the restroom? This di is in or at. It's not prefix, that's why you put space here. But sometimes you will find this become one word and it's not right. It's wrong, it's not correct because this di is not prefix like this one. This di is a word that can be in or at, and this is where. But this di is prefix. It comes with, in this case, with verb drink. This is not verb. This is where. So you have to put space here. But you will find some people put it together and it's not correct. And this one, wah or waduh or aduh is like doh or wow. So you can say with wah or waduh or aduh. Sudah or udah. This is the informal from this because we don't want to say the S. We just say udah instead of sudah. But it's informal. Already. Siang, mid of the day. Sore, mid of the day or afternoon. Malam, evening or night. Jam segini. Jam is o'clock. Segini. Together, this is formal, but if they come together, even though it's two words, there's space here. If we say jam segini, it means, oh, late. It's already late. Oh, it's late. Yeah. So it's, I put dots here because it's considered as informal. Jam segini. Oh, it's already something. Or we say the o'clock and then the time, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock or something. We just want to say or give hint that it's already late and we want to finish the conversation, we want to finish the visit, we want to go home. These are the hints. We're kind of give hint instead of straight away say, we will go home, because it's a bit not polite, so we have to give hint. So these are possibility of hints. After we give the hint, we can continue with this sentence. Saya ada janji. I have appointment. Saya, I. Ada, in this case is have. Janji, in this case is appointment. Because ada can be available, can be exist, can be present. And janji can be promise. But in this case, saya ada janji. I have appointment. You don't have to say the or an. You just say appointment. I have appointment. Or keperluan. Keperluan is something else that you have to do or another activity. You say it with keperluan. Saya ada keperluan. I have something else to do. I have another activity. Or saya ada perlu lagi. Perlu and lagi are formal Indonesian words, but if you put it together like this, even though there's space here, perlu lagi, it becomes informal or casual for daily conversation. So these words replacing this. This is the formal one, this is the informal or casual, even though this is formal and this is formal, but if together, even though this is two words, it sounds informal. This one is another stuff to do, activity or activities. This one, perlu, is need. Lagi is again, need again. It doesn't mean need again. It means something else to do, to be done, or another activity or another activities. This is perlu. This one has prefix ke and suffix an. This one we don't use the prefix and suffix, but we add the lagi. Same meaning. And of course, the owner of the house will be a bit polite. Will say, oh, like this. Oh, yeah, oh, or oh. We say it with ah. And then we say, it's still, masih, it's still, masih, pagi, it's still morning, or siang, mid of the day, or sore, afternoon. Let's say someone, oh, it's already mid of the day, and then the owner will say, no, it's still early, it's still in the morning. Oh, it's already afternoon. Oh no, it's still early, it's still in the mid of the day. Like that. And then we'll be continue with wah. Similar can be here. This one too. And then kok buru-buru? Kok, even though we have K here, we write it as kok. But when we pronounce it, we don't say the K, we just say kok instead of kok. Because if we say kok, it's for shuttlecock, badminton. So this one is not shuttlecock, this is kok. Why? or why bother or why? Kok buru-buru, repeat it, buru-buru, it means rush or hurry. But when you have to say in a rush or in a hurry, we don't have to say in a, we just say the rush or hurry. Buru-buru. We already know this is why in a hurry, why in a rush, even though we don't put the in a. Buru-buru. Buru itself, it means hunting or hunt. Buru. But if we put in repeated like this, in repeats, buru-buru, don't forget to put stripe here. It means in a hurry, hurry, in a rush or rush. Buru-buru. You will find sometimes people being lazy don't put stripe, but you have to. When you repeat word, you have to put stripe in between. Buru is hunt for animal or for sale stuff. But buru-buru, rush, in a rush or in a hurry. Wah, why in a hurry? Why in a rush? Of course, this will be the answer for it. It's like have another promise, another appointment, promise to meet someone, or have other stuff to do. Then the owner will say, oh, okay. Oh, okay. And this is not formal to be considered as Indonesian word, because in the Great Dictionary of Indonesian language is this one. Okay. This is the formal way to write it. But you will find people write it like this, or capital, both, or the O capital and this is small letter. But this is the correct way if you want to be really formal Indonesian language. Oh, okay. And then we will be so polite by saying thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak. Banyak is a lot, or lots of, or much, or many, or very much. If we just say terima kasih in English is good enough, but in Indonesia if we just say terima kasih, it's considered as not, we're not so happy. We have to, I suggest to say banyak to show appreciation instead of just say terima kasih. When you say terima kasih, it's like thank you. But if you say terima kasih banyak, thank you very much, like that. So because we are really happy, we want to show our appreciation. But if you want to say only terima kasih, it's good enough. Sometimes you will hear people also say maaf, again another sorry or excuse me, sudah merepotkan. Similar with this. Already or has done. Merepotkan. The inconvenience, or you have to do so much effort for us. You have to do so much works for us by accepting us. So we say this, sorry for the inconvenience, or sorry you have to do so much effort for us being here. This one, I cannot think it's because especially in the Netherlands, or I don't know, in America maybe also, If you want to visit someone, you make appointment first, you make phone call or text first, you're available at this date, this hour, this time, and then you come. When the person said, oh, okay, I will be free at that day, you can come to my house. You can ask weeks before or days before, and it's not polite if you just come and then ring the door bell, because there's possibility the person will be busy or something. But in Indonesia, I can say that it's not common, even though maybe nowadays some people will do make phone call to make sure if the people will be at home or not. Sometimes hours before, or 2 hours before, or even 1 hour before, like, where are you now? I will come, I will visit, I will come to your house, will you be at home at that time or not? Hour before or hours before. It's kinda still rarely if we ask weeks before or days before. It's kinda a bit rarely. Most people will just come and ring the doorbell. People will think it's not polite, it's rude, and there's possibility they are busy and we interrupt them or the person. But yeah, I'm used to it. Most of us a bit used to it. Even though when we're a bit busy, sometimes we do a bit sacrifice to accept the guests first, and then when the guests go back home, we continue our activity. Yeah, that's the difference that I found a bit. Yeah, especially in the Netherlands, even like parents or children or friends or best friends, when you want to visit, you have to make phone call first, at least the night before or days before or weeks before. But in Indonesia, sometimes parents, children or friends, best friend or family, even neighbors, they just ring the bell or something like that. Yeah, that the thing that I find different. That's why we say the inconvenience here, because no phone call before or no appointment being made before, and they just come and stop by and visit. So maybe that's why we say this one. And of course, the owner of the house, even though maybe they were busy before the guests came, the owner will just say, no problem, don't worry, to show politeness, to make the guests feel they're okay. Even though maybe they were busy, but the politeness say, don't worry, it's not a problem, no problemo. We say it with, enggak. So this is more common to say enggak instead of tidak, because if you say tidak, it's a bit awkward. We just say it with enggak. Can be enggak, can be gak, can be ga, can be enggak, like this. Depends on your tongue, want to say it enggak, enggak, gak, gak. We just say, no. Don't worry, no problem. We say it, enggak. Or continue with this one to make sure that the guest is not make any problem or the inconvenience at all. Merepotkan apa? Merepotkan is inconvenience or make so much effort. What effort? What inconvenience? Like that. Merepotkan apa? No. Or can we continue with this? Senang, happy, dikunjungi, being visited. Or senang, happy, ngobrol, talking, have a talk. or senang, kumpul, kumpul. I don't have space here, so I just put it like this, and I know this is wrong. This is the informal way to write repeated word. So sometimes you will find this. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It means you have to repeat this word. Or sometimes we also write it like this. Or sometimes we write it like this. It's not correct to say the word is repeated, but yeah, some people just put it like that. Of course, in not a formal occasion. This is the formal way. You have to write it like this. Kumpul, kumpul. Same with this. Kumpul itself, it means collect. But if you put it in repeats like this, together, don't forget to put stripe or dash. Kumpul, kumpul, it means hang out, hanging out. Collect, hanging out, hang out. Yeah. Dikunjungi, being visited. Kunjung, visit, and it has prefix di, suffix i, so it becomes being visited. Dikunjungi. And if you want to say, we have to do it more often, we don't say that we have to do it, we just say more often. Sering, sering. If you just say sering, it means often. If you want, so there's incomplete. It's incomplete if you say often. If you want to say we have to do this more often, we say it with sering, sering, more often. Yeah, we repeat the often, and don't forget the stripe. That's problem with myself. Sometimes I'm used with talking in Indonesian language or Bahasa Indonesia. Sometimes we skip the subject, and sometimes we also can skip the other words in it because we are kind of already know. And in English, you have to put subject and the verb to make it a really complete sentence, so it still become my problem. Yeah, because of that. And this is sering-sering, more often. Or like this, hati-hati di jalan. Hati is heart, but if you put it together, hati-hati, it can be hearts, and it can also be careful. Hati-hati, be careful. Di, in or at. Jalan, road, street. We want to say have a safe trip. We say it with be careful, in or at or on road. Hati-hati di jalan. Put it like this to make sure. Let's say. And then sampai, until, sampai, ketemu, meet, lagi, again. When we have until next time, we say it with until, meet, again. So we don't put the we don't use the we just say until, meet again. And then bye, dah. Dah is from Dutch, dag, but in Indonesia it becomes dah. Or for little children, sometimes we say it dadah. This is common, dah, but for little children, we say dadah. It's not dah, but dadah. Dadah. Thank you.